All right, guys, let's look at our next favorite side control escape. It's going to be the basic underhook escape. And generally with the underhook, people can attack wrestle up, single legs, that kind of thing. However, once you escape, you have so many options with that underhook, and we're going to cover a few of those. But let's look at how to actually make this work properly under a live situation when someone's really putting the pressure on us. All right, so let's go. Let's assume side control. So once again, Paul has a crossface and an underhook. It's a bad spot for me. As usual, I want to make sure that I maintain this elbow in the hip. From here, what I'm going to do, okay, if he's really tight in this direction, it's difficult for me to get my hand in, which is what I need for the underhook. I'm actually going to turn away a little bit, okay? I turn away, and this allows me to bring my hand inside. And now still, it's quite hard for me to actually go and get the underhook. So we're just going to keep our hand here, and what we're going to do, we're going to hit a bridge, and we're slowly going to kind of like, with each bridge, we're making a little bit of space. We're just doing like a series of bridges or kips. And with each one, we're slowly trying to push our hand free. So this is what it looks like. It's like, until I eventually am able to come on my side and get an underhook. All right? So now once we do have an underhook, what we want to do is we want to come out completely on our side. And as we saw before, we want to frame here on the bicep. If we do not do this, there are so many opportunities for him to attack guillotines, okay, darces, okay, that's the last thing we want. We want to make sure that we stay safe. We've escaped, we haven't done all this work to get submitted. So now, once we're here, let's angle a little bit this way so they can see our next setup. All right, what we want to do is we want to, with our hand, we want to come down and actually grab his shin like this. This is a very difficult grip for him to break. It's quite robust, especially no-gi. Or yeah, definitely no-gi. And here we have options, all right? Something that we might like to do is use our leg for some momentum, come out onto our shoulder, okay? And we can actually link our legs, put our leg out, and go for a simple cut back single leg. That's one option that we have. Let's go through that again. So we have a frame at his hip. We have this arm right here. We want to bring a underhook in. So the most important thing is that we turn away, okay, to make a little bit of space, come in, and now we still have to work for underhook. And under a live situation, the only thing that will make this work is a series of mini bridges. And with each bridge, the space you make, you slowly start sliding your hand. So if he's holding on nice and tight, okay, I have to bridge and kip at the same time and move my hand consecutively. So it's like this until I finally have a little bit of room. Now, if you don't want to go for a single leg, if you want to go for a single leg, you come on your side, frame, and then come on your side, grab the leg as I just showed. Now, if you want to go pull back to guard, that's also fine. Instead of going for the leg, what we're going to do is we're going to stay on the hip, all right? We keep this frame, and instead of trying to finish a single leg, we're going to use our leg to come up, and what we're going to do is we're going to insert a Casoto hook. So let's angle around just so people can see this. So we're going to take our foot, bring it over his ankle, and we're going to put our knee on the ground. Now there's a decent amount of pressure here on his knee. So it's very easy for me to shoot back under, and I end up in this lower leg shift position where I can easily put my feet to the ground and get a lot of torque in his knee and put his weight onto me. Where even if he holds on and bases as hard as he can, doesn't want to fall over, it's very easy for me to start reverse shrimping, which cuts the angle on his base, and I can come up. So that's one of our other favorites if we're dealing with a more athletic opponent, or if we don't like wrestling. We can come back to half guard, enter the lower leg shift, and attack like that. But the most important thing with the underhook side control escape is using a series of bridges and kips to slowly start moving our hand. The posture that we want with our hand, we don't want to like have it out here. We want to keep it to our chest, and each bridge we do, a hand comes down a little bit, until we have an underhook. And from there, you can go for a wrestle up, you can pull back to guard, you can stand up even, you can totally disengage. So this is also a very useful defense that you need to know from side control.